Welcome to Ronin. My name is Rob. This is a personal development channel. It's where I pretty much every day write a journal, and then I read out the journal entry on camera, and then I kind of talk, elaborate a little bit more about my thoughts around the journal entry and maybe what I've noticed and learned. So today is the 7th of October, 2025. So I'll read the journal entry today. It's today's theme. I try to have some sort of a theme with these, is around efficiency. So I'll read the journal entry and then I will just riff a little bit afterwards around the theme of efficiency. So I was thinking about efficiency and timing yesterday. My daughter goes to school about 40 minutes away on a good traffic day. We have a bit of a carpool system, so a round trip takes roughly 2 hours once I've dropped a friend's home. I do this 3 times per week currently, so that's 6 hours a week or about 24 hours per month. It adds up. If I try to leave a bit later to save some time and work more, I often hit traffic, which typically can add about 10 minutes to the journey, an extra 2 hours per month. So yesterday, I trialled leaving extra early to avoid traffic. This means I might save about 10 minutes, but I end up with 30 to 45 minutes waiting in the car before she finishes school, unreasonably early. But I account for potential motorway delays due to crashes, etc. 30 to 45 minutes is a decent chunk of time to get some work done on my iPad. So as long as I prep some sketching work, I can maximize my productivity. Saved time driving means more time for work. This also got me thinking about other areas of life that good timing could be applied for maximum efficiency. Washing the dishes came to mind. When is the best time to wash the dishes? Immediately after they've been used. It takes longer to wash dishes when food has been left to dry on them. Then I realised there's an even quicker way. Get someone else to do them. Now we're talking about delegation, which is a slightly different topic. Then we can think about grouping tasks by location to maximise efficiency. When getting ready in the morning, group all of the bathroom tasks together, shower, teeth, hair, etc. This can be applied to digital locations too. I'm an illustrator and animator. I'm often hopping from Photoshop to Illustrator to After Effects and Premiere. It would be more efficient to group tasks by application. So do all the Photoshop tasks, then move on to Illustrator, etc. This depends on the situation, but there are definitely times where I could be more efficient. Another ingredient of efficiency is technique. Some techniques are simply quicker than others for the same result. I was peeling potatoes last night. I used the technique where I hold the bottom with the thumb of the hand with the peeler while the potato sits in the other hand, and then I reach up with the peeler to the top of the potato opposite the thumb and use the leverage I get with the thumb to do a long peel from top to bottom. This is much quicker for me, especially with large potatoes, compared to the kind of machine gun approach I've seen other people use. And that's the approach where they kind of just hack with a potato peeler. Yeah, so I use kind of a long technique, and this is a lot faster, especially for the large potatoes. It's just to illustrate the point of technique. If you have the right technique, it can increase efficiency. Then we have speed. The faster you do something, the quicker it gets done. Driving faster, in theory, would get me to the school quicker. I'm not going to do it because I already stick to the speed limit and there are traffic police all over the motorway these days. Plus the time I'd save isn't worth the safety risk. But in theory, it would get me there quicker. Same with a lot of other tasks. Simply moving faster would decrease the time it takes to do the task. Increasing speed might take practice, but But if it's a task that you do often, it might be worth it in the long run to spend the time practicing. So I'm going to start thinking about other areas of life and work I can be more efficient in. By combining timing, grouping, technique, and speed, I think there's potentially a lot of time to be saved, which means more productivity. Yes, so I mean the reason the school is 40 minutes away, it's a specialist ballet school, so she does that full time, and then she's homeschooled for her other subjects. So yeah, there's a couple of other students that do it, so we carpool. Last year I was doing 5 trips. Even adding another student into the mix of the carpool has massively decreased the amount of time I spend driving compared to the last school year, which was 5 times a week. Now I do it 3 times a week. So yeah, it takes roughly 2 hours round trip. That's not including the time I spend waiting in the car. That's simply driving. So yeah, if I basically, it seems a little bit counterintuitive. I leave earlier to save time. So I physically drive there quicker because I'm missing traffic. And then when I get there, I've got 30 to 45 minutes that I can spend actually working. So that time is productive. So I don't count that in the driving time. So yeah, that's just one area of efficiency that I've started to implement. And obviously, we're talking about efficiency in this, but you have to be selective on where you want to be efficient, because, when you're relaxing or you're listening to some music, efficiency isn't the goal. So, I'm not saying we need to be efficient in every single area of life, but where you want to be more productive, it is worth thinking about where time can be saved, and where we can gain a boost of productivity. I'm a freelance illustrator and animator, so working on my own, if I want to get more work done, or if I have a particularly busy period, then I'm going to want to think about how I can be more efficient to get more done, keep clients happy, earn more money. So yeah, that was today's journal entry. I'm thinking, is there anything else that I want to say on efficiency right now? No, I think, like I said, by combining the timing is one. So at what time, like I said, I leave a lot earlier than you normally would have to get there on time, but by doing that I save time. By doing the pots or the dishes as soon as they've been used, you save time because you're not having to scrub off all the dry food that's been left on there. So by thinking about timing, grouping tasks by location, so do all of my Photoshop tasks at once where possible. Same with After Effects or Illustrator. Technique, learn and develop more efficient techniques, because a simple technique could save you a massive amount of time. And speed, just by simply working faster. Obviously, when you get to a certain speed, quality could drop, because at that point it's more like rushing rather than haste. So yeah, there is a fine line between speed and rushing, because with the sort of thing that I'm doing, I do want to maintain a high quality. So I can increase speed up to a certain point. But that is another factor. We've got timing, grouping, technique, and speed. If you think of any others, give us a comment down below, and then I will catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.